challenge. I don't know why it's a challenge necessarily, but it's could you tell the chat how many times Matt was forced to see Twilight?
Was it 6?
6.
That was one of the Twilight movies.
That was Twilight
2?
2?
Yeah,
And Desert
maybe
Bus
3.
2?
No, because I didn't see 3. So
The first one.
The first one I saw
At Desert Bus 2.
a bunch of times, and that was Desert Bus 2 because
that
the
was
post
the
Desert Bus
whole
video
thing.
we reference it.
Yeah.
That was where Bill kept just buying me tickets.
Yeah.
And often when I wasn't around.
Yeah.
Then
Nobody tried to stop him, of course.
yeah, and then
Could
Desert
you stop
Bus,
Bill?
Not really.
Probably
No, but I mean, we never even like tried
Yeah, it
to
was
lift a
never-
finger
Yeah,
to
we were
defend
just
Matt.
like-
We were like, that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, maybe
and-
somebody was like, no, very
Yeah,
quiet.
and it was
No,
like,
wait,
oh,
come
also
back.
Matt, you're going to Twilight again. Desert Bus 3, I think was Twilight 2, where I I was absent for most of Desert Bus as a result of it. Desert Bus 3, I basically issued a challenge
Oh, that's true.
where it was like, I will go X many times in a day based on donations
so you
raised.
missed a whole Desert Bus.
But I think I did it after the end of Desert Bus on
Yeah.
that one,
Oh,
where it was
that's
like,
right, you did.
but I will go, like, the following day after Desert Bus, I will go see it as many times in one day as I am able to see it.
Right.
And I ended up seeing it 6 times.
Oh,
in a single day.
that.
Dwarf.
Then Twilight...
Then, did you even have a smartphone then to distract yourself?
No. I'm pretty sure that was the one where you went with me and got furiously drunk.
Okay, we need to tell it again.
Yeah, you gotta tell the story.
Dude, this is a Desert Bus classic story, so this is younger, stupider Kathleen.
Hey, thank you for the $500 donation.
It was really fun.
Wow! Thank you, Line
Thank you
Noise.
so much.
Thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Okay, so I decided to go with, this is during Desert Bus 2, right?
Oh, no.
Went once.
3.
Maybe
Desert
Desert
Bus
Bus
3.
3.
But this was, okay, sorry,
Desert
this was
Bus as
Desert
well?
Bus 3, but we went during Desert Bus.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
you and Matt and Ben.
And, yeah.
So they
That's
Goth,
right. Yeah.
But not the Ben that's here, a different Ben.
Yeah, so Goth Squad went on one time, and that was
That was the previous Desert.
no, that was Desert
Oh,
Bus
no,
3.
you're right. That was
Yeah,
But it was like
Jared
Jared
the
Morgan,
Pants.
Yeah,
and then
that's
did
right.
like eyeliner and sort of went goth and everything. But then on a different
They
occasion,
sparkled too.
Yeah, at Desert Bus 3, you and Ben, our other friend,
Wilkinson.
other friend Ben, a third additional Ben. He's the guy who plays Derek in the Warriors of Darkness.
Yeah.
You all went.
We all went,
Yes.
and here's the deal. I decided I would not like this movie very much, so I thought the best thing to do would be to James is already shaking his head, going, what were you thinking? This is, so I smuggled in a Mickey of, I want to say, whiskey.
Yeah, I think it was JD.
JD, I think it was Jack Daniels, and drank the entire thing in like a short period of time.
In like the first act of the film.
I can't hold my liquor all that
What
much.
did you yell at the screen?
Oh,
So-
at a very pivotal moment.
Oh, I remember now.
where Bella and
At a very pivotal moment.
and not Vampire Boy, but
And-
Wolf Dude. Jacob.
Jacob.
Are sitting in a pickup truck,
And they're doing,
and they're having a
like,
very tense, like breathy
and then-
moment
and
of
then
staring
it's
into
a
each
long
other's
moment,
eyes.
And they're much closer than Matt and I were, but that's about as close as we're willing to
Minute
get.
left in this giveaway.
And so, yeah, the theater's silent. There's a lot of people because the movie's just opened like a couple days ago. And I just yell out, suck his dick!
Real loud.
Real loud.
Not quiet. Everyone in the theater heard it. About half of the theater erupted laughing. The other half of the theater was real pissed off.
Happy you were just saying what they were thinking.
Yeah. So and I snorted and giggled, and then at the end I drank my big like cup. Oh no, it wasn't mine. It was Ben's. Ben had gotten a soda. I just drank a bunch of whiskey right out of a Mickey, and at the end of it, Ben had drank all his soda. So
One of those
large
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 ones.
So this is the
55 gallon drum of
classiest
Coke.
thing I've ever done. They stand up for the movie, and I'm like, no. Grab Ben's empty soda cup, barf.
No.
Yep.
Barf into it. Put the lid on and throw it away.
Didn't put it.
Didn't break my stride. It was a very clumsy drug.
She didn't put it back in the cup holder. She threw it away herself.
I threw it away because I'm a responsible responsible adult who vomited into a cup in a movie theater. And then we walked back to the moon base. I was like, I was just dreaming for like 5 seconds, fell asleep under a desk, and woke up
with the Krog caveman costume.
No, they weren't the crowd.
Oh no, just just the caveman costume we had. Because I put the caveman costume over her as a blanket.
Yeah, it's sort of like a blanket draped over me, and one of the lenses popped out of my glasses. So somehow I had ruined my glasses, and I woke up with the worst hangover in the universe because I drank a Mickey of JD in a movie theater in an hour.
Yeah.
Why didn't I know you when I was younger? I would have had a buddy.
Yeah, you are younger.
Because you would have been like 9 when this happened.
I mean, yeah.
The chat is just asking, what's a Mickey? That's a Canadian term for a 400 ml bottle of booze.
13 ounces.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
it's
say
fine.
milliliters doesn't help them either.
Yeah, I didn't
The volume of a cartoon mouse.
Yeah, I didn't drink. I didn't drink the entire thing. I think Ben did.
Ben helped with some of it.
Yeah, but I probably drank like 8 ounces of alcohol.
Is that a standardized measure? You don't want to go to a movie with a goofy full of whiskey.
So somebody in chat is like, 40? No, a 40 is 40 ounces, which
Yeah.
is like a liter, like 1.2 liters.
Yeah,
Much smaller than that.
this
It's
is a
like,
smuggleable size. They
Yes.
invented this size so you could smuggle into a movie theater.
Yeah.
So many then.
Oh man.
so then Twilight 3, I think I only saw once or twice. And then Twilight 4 episode 1 came out in the summer, and I was spared it.
Yeah.
But then the following year, Twilight episode...
That was the one that we referenced in the Tale of Matt Wiggins.
Yes,
Yeah.
the final episode came out. So in the lead up to Desert Bus, I downloaded and watched Twilight 4 Part 1 so that I knew what the heck would be going on
Right.
when I went to see Twilight 4 Episode 2. So the only thing I remember nothing of the Twilight movies. I have essentially blocked them out of my mind.
I remember nothing of the movie I saw with you.
Yeah,
Surprise.
the two things I do remember are that Twilight 1, the riff track, that movie with the riff track is
so funny.
just obliteratingly funny.
Oh, Mustache Dad.
Mustache Dad and the scene in the restaurant. Line.
Cut to them in the car. Line. Line.
Armadillo.
Oh man! So the riff track of episode or the first movie is really really good and well worth watching the movie just to watch the riff track. And Twilight 4 episode 2 is almost quite possibly the greatest cinematic achievement of our time.
I don't believe you.
It's really 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 bad, but it definitely
Even Michael
arcs.
Sheen is bad in that movie.
Everyone's bad in that movie, but it arcs just based on the plot alone, arcs into being almost transcendently hilarious.
Oh, like it's so bad it's funny.
It's
Didn't you see The Snowman just to see if that would also be so bad it was funny?
and it wasn't.
Oh, that's too bad.
terrible.
It was just not very good. But the spoilers for Twilight 4 episode 2.
Thanks, I guess.
It's been building through this whole series to this battle between the vampires
And the werewolves.
and no, the vampires and the vampires. The good vampires have the werewolves on their side at this point.
Oh.
Because Jacob has fallen in love with Bella and whatever his name's baby.
Oh, right, they imprinted.
They yeah.
Nesme or
Oh,
something.
right.
Yeah, well, I can't remember Vampire Dude's name. It doesn't matter. But
Everyone's furiously pretending that Bella is in any way interesting.
yes,
I'm the Italian
she's now the most important character among all the vampires, and all the good vampires have teamed up, and all the werewolves have come to their defense, and then all the bad vampires from Italy who are like, no, you can't do this. We are going to stop you. They all show up in a field.
Right.
And then there's a face-off, and the good vampires all have their powers, and there's like a parlay that happens, and so like the two good vampires walk out, like the one of them who's the leader and the other one who has the mind powers, and then the two bad vampires walk out and they talk and they're like, can we talk this out? And they're like, no. It's like, all right, well, I guess we fight. And then basically the rest of the movie is just like vampires ripping werewolves in half and like giant Dragon Ball Z fissures forming in the ground, like this bonkers stupid fight scene.
Huh.
That at the end it turns out was actually a vision being implanted in the bad vampire's head.
And it was all a dream.
It was all a
Good
dream.
night.
The psychic vampire is like, this is what's gonna happen if you say no, and the bad vampires are like, oh, that actually seems pretty bad. Peace. And leave. The end.
Cool. Glad we spent 5 minutes.
Cinematic achievement for the ages.
Wow. All right.
I agree, me and Graham very unimpressed. Wow.
Yeah.
I've not seen this. Wow.